I have three simple questions. Number one, why are we still fighting George Bush's war in the Middle East, and why can't we bring our troops home? Number two, why can't we raise taxes on the rich to lower the deficit instead of taking benefits away from Social Security and Medicare? And number three, why can't we have national health care like the rest of the world has, which includes Japan, Germany, Great Britain, China, Canada, and some of the others?
Just a reminder, if I may. One question, because there's a lot of people who want to ask questions. I'm sorry, but go, that's fine. But try to keep your comments to one question if you would, please. But you got three in, so congratulations.
I'll just telegraph a response on two of those. I'm sure we'll circle back to all of these things. I think the taxes on the wealthiest people, I think the rates that were put in place by the previous administration it's not under these economic circumstances, and in the absence of any evidence that this really stimulates the economy or keeps the recovery going. I think those tax rates should revert to what they were in the 90s when these folks did very well and the economy did very well. Okay, and we can talk about that whole package, whether that should have sunk the whole package that we voted on in December or not, but that's the position that I've taken on the upper bracket tax rates. On national health care, we have, for better or worse, chosen a market-based health care remedy, which leaves the provision of care in private hands and most insurance in private hands. Despite all the talk about a government takeover, that's exactly what we've done. And the alternative that you suggest, which as I understand it, would leave the provision of care in private hands, but would put the insurance system in public hands. It would be an overarching single-payer government system. That is indeed a model a lot of the world has adopted. We chose not to do it this last time because of the experience of the Clinton years, and also because the president elected to leave in place for 80% of Americans the familiar health care coverage they have at work and seem to value. So the decision was to upend that to the minimum degree possible. But now, ironically, that market-based system is being challenged in court, where nobody doubts that the kind of system you described would be upheld in court. So if it turns out that the market-based system is not allowed to work because you can't get the risk pool you need to make it work, then the kind of plan you're talking about might be back on the table for debate. With respect to the war in Afghanistan, I believe that our country does have a legitimate stake in the stability, the security, legitimate governance in Afghanistan and Pakistan. And I think they have to be seen as a unit. Pakistan is a key linchpin of both the Middle East and South Asia, a nuclear power and so forth. I don't think it's comparable to Iraq in the sense of the kind of national interest that we have in this. Now, it's not mainly a security interest, although implementing our interest does require, as a security aspect. I don't think we can just walk away and ignore that. But I really think, as the President has said, it's very, very important, in the shortest amount of time possible, and he's set a time frame beginning this summer, the shortest amount of time possible, to transition where the Afghans and the Pakistanis are governing and defending themselves. It's not an open-ended commitment. We have a stake in it. I'm personally committed to working with the Parliament in both countries, for example, through this House Democracy Partnership. We have engaged repeatedly. We have a stake in legitimate, strong governance in those places. The national interest is real, but the security aspect is not the main event. The security aspect is supportive of these other goals, and it is not sustainable indefinitely. So we need to have an exit strategy, and in the meantime, do our very, very best to strengthen these countries so that they will not have great difficulties as we leave.